Hey everybody, I'm Caleb Schaefer, and I just saw the movie Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance, and I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it like a 9.5 out of 10. It was, it was like a pretty much almost a flawless movie, and if you haven't seen it, go see it. If you're a student of film or you like theater, or if you if you like movies that make you think, I'd go see it, and then I'd resume watching this review, because I don't trust myself right now to not spoil anything. And I'm not a very good critic or reviewer in that regard. I'll work on that, I guess. But please go see this movie. It deserves to be seen. It is it's a triumph in terms of editing and direction. Don't see it expecting a comedy or a drama. Just I don't even know what to call it. It's labeled as a black comedy, and I guess that's the closest thing. I guess it's not like a Coen Brothers film or anything where it's like, yeah, there's some really dark moments and some really funny moments. And anyway, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Resume watching this, because I am a terrible person. Okay, it's directed by Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu. He is he's a really good director. Obviously, he's directed some really hard dramas, like Babel, and he's so versatile now that, like, he's Amoros Perros, a bunch of stuff. Now he's doing this, and he teams up with Emmanuel Luzbecki, who's probably one of the best cinematographers working right now, next to Roger Deakins. He did Gravity last year, which, fantastic cinematography, like out of this world. He's done so many films that are fantastic, and the whole film, or like 99% of Birdman, is it's made to look like a continuous long take, and the editing and the direction to pull that off is fantastic. There's no point where I was like, oh, that's an audio, that's a cut, that's an edit, even when it's obvious that there had to be. There was no like, it's total immersion into this story. Okay, plot. If you've seen the trailer, that's pretty much it. Michael Keaton's trying to reboot a play, and he's a failed, or he was a successful comic book actor of the Birdman franchise, and now he's trying to reinvigorate his career artistically and be taken seriously, and everything is wrapped up in this big like meta burrito, because Michael Keaton played Batman back in the 90s, and Emma Stone has ties to a comic book franchise, the Spider-Man. Edward Norton in the failed Hulk reboot. You got all these actors. It's very, I hate saying the word meta, but it's the best way to describe it. You have to, if you know what's going on, it's like a little inside joke to a lot of things. When Edward Norton is introduced to Emma Stone, who plays Regan Thompson, Michael Keaton's daughter, he's like, you guys don't look anything alike. And that's just funny, because from a casting perspective, they really don't. And it, as an audience member, you can look at it and be like, oh, well, there's that suspension of disbelief. I'm not totally immersed in this, but it's still so believable and fantastic. Edward Norton is wonderful. He has a rockin' bod. You get to see 99.5% of it. Like, he's looking good. Michael Keaton, he's funny. I really hope he's recognized for his work in this film, because it is an incredible thing that happened. It was a great transformative kind of thing. You're looking at it, and you're seeing all these people interact with each other. You got Andrea Riseborough and Naomi Watts. The casting was fantastic. I love Naomi Watts. I love Andrea Riseborough. God, who else? Paula Pell, who's like she's a writer for SNL for like comedy fans. You'd be like, wait, was that Paula Pell? And it is her. She has a little cameo in this movie that I hope is going to win a lot of awards, because it's really great. The last 20 minutes are a little confusing. There's a couple of false endings which I didn't really like, but I understood it in the greater, looking at it as a whole, it made sense. It didn't end 20 minutes before it did, but I don't know. It's satisfying, but it's very confusing. You're not really sure if Michael Keaton is schizophrenic, or if he died already, or if any of this stuff is happening. Zach Galifianakis, there's another meta thing. He's trying to be taken more seriously as an actual actor and not just this punchline. And he says explicitly in the film, I want to be validated. I'm paraphrasing, but and there's a lot of that. They're trying to be validated as who they are, and there's these breaks in reality. It's like, wait, is this happening? Is this part of the play? Is this part of his mind? Is that what's going on? And it's so well crafted. Love this movie. I hope it gets all the attention and recognition it deserves. Hopefully for direction and cinematography, and hopefully acting, either Edward Norton or Michael Keaton. It's a great movie to see. What can I say? But I had such a fun time during watching it, and then looking back on it, it left me with a weird taste in my mouth at the end. It was like a big cookie that took 2 hours to chew, and during it you're just like, man, these flavors are fantastic. Whatever's going on in this cookie is fantastic, and then you swallow it, and you're like, wait, that was a confusing cookie. It leaves you with a weird taste in your mouth. Is that convoluted, stupid metaphor? So yeah, go see it. The score is really good. Antonio Sanchez. There's a lot of Mexican and Spanish influence. You got Iñárritu, Uzbeki, and Sanchez. They're all very acclaimed in their fields. There's like this weird drum score that goes on throughout, and it's just like little drum rolls and stuff. And then there's incorporations of like Tchaikovsky and like very kind of Peer Gynt-y orchestra stuff going on to kind of really set the mood, and it works super well. And I don't know what's reality, what's it's confusing. It's like, what's happening? It's this film will stand up in 10, 20 years time and be like, man, that was an achievement. That was I mean, there's some inside jokes, or like it might not age well because there are references to very current things like Twitter and Justin Bieber and certain actors that are very popular right now. But right now, in this moment, this film, it's great. I love it. Just recommend it across the board. If you like film, if you're a student of theater or whatever, I mean, Edward Norton, he's fantastic. This review, whatever, is so disjointed, but I love Edward Norton. Every time he was on screen, I was just love watching him. He plays like a really good method theater actor, and it goes into these different acting, like styles of acting. You got the method actor, you got the person who really has to know the script, you got the person who just comes natural to them, and although it's actors playing actors, there's so many layers. Shrek, onions. Go see this movie, please. Oh God. All right. You guys have a great night. Fantastic, wonderful things, good things. Goodbye.